Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast, episode number 3. Today we talk about definitions. My name is Emanuel Fortunati, in case you didn't know, and I'm a life coach. You can check emanuelfortunaticoach.com if you want more information about myself and what I do. This is a series of episodes in which I explain how our unconscious mind is sabotaging our life, how it's preventing to create the life we love. Because either we are creating a life we love and we are fulfilled and enjoy and we get great end results, either we are not. Either we are, living with the autopilot, or either we are trying to rebel to this life, but in any case, we are not creating the life that we really love, the life of our dreams. In the episode number 2, we see that the unconscious mind has one simple task: try to keep us safe. What that means? It means that trying to stay under a set of beliefs that we have bound inside us since we are tiny kids. So if, for example, if you have the belief that rich people is a bad people, every time we have an opportunity to make money, which whatever is the opportunity, our unconscious mind gonna become defensive because it believes that becoming a rich man gonna make me a bad man. Okay? So in which way it triggers this? It stopped me, sabotage me? We say through thoughts and feelings. You can check episode number 2 for a deeper explanation. Now there is also something else. There are definitions. What are definitions? Well, our unconscious mind is really stupid. Let's say like that. You need to define every single thing to the detail. Because when there is definition, there is certainty. And the unconscious mind wants to be certain. Otherwise it's scared. Otherwise try to sabotage ourselves. So you see, being rich equal being bad person, that's a definition. Okay? This definition reinforce or create the belief that money are bad, for example. So what happened? Well, with definition. Well, what happened that let's assume I have a great business idea and I have a meeting with a potential investor. I go to the meeting full of hope and full of dreams, and what happened? I see this man is wearing like a golden chain, a very expensive golden chain or whatever thing, a bracelet or a clock. Anyway, a sign that made me think this man is very, very rich. As in my mind, I define a rich person as a bad person. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be over defensive. I don't even pay attention or listening to what he's really saying. He's maybe there with the best intention. He really believes in the idea and he wants to support it. In my mind, as he has the money, because he has a golden around him, so he has the money, he's a bad man, so he's trying to fraud me. You see where this goes? Doesn't matter if this, golden clock is his father clock. This man, is just an agent or whatever thing. And you understand what I'm going through. So defining, it's feeding again our beliefs, or even creating and enforcing new ones. And that's again, prevent us creating the life you love. Because you see in the example where we're gonna lead to. Also, definitions limitate ourselves a lot. Because if we can create only what we can define, then every time we have an idea that goes out of this, so if I have a great business idea for a product that doesn't exist, how I can define it? If I can't define it, the unconscious mind became again suspicious, it became scared and try to sabotage ourselves. This is another way the definitions block ourselves to reaching and creating the life we love. Now, how are we gonna escape from definitions? Well, we need to become aware. We need to really wake up our inner observer. So I'm gonna give you an exercise to do. Try to write down a list of ways in which you define yourself. Okay? If you check in the past or in the present, how you define yourself. But especially try to write down a list of ways in which you define yourself when you fail on something, when you can't create something, when you get frustrated for something. For example, if you were unable to cut the business deal you wanted, how you define yourself? You define yourself as a stupid, as unable, as too good, whatever thing. Then write down a list of ways you define other people. How you define your colleagues, your boss, your business partners, And it's good because in that way you become aware, or now defining yourself and other people change the relationship you have with yourself and the end result you want, and the relationship you have with other people. Because if you define a person as a bad person just because it has some gold around, then what you're going to do, you're going to relate in a way to that person on the defensive or not liking the person just because you define it that way. You know what I mean? And finally, try to find write down a list of the way you define this word, or in general. Now with the terror attacks, for example, the word is unsafe, or with the credit crunch, the word is not good for me, the word is not a good place, or whatever thing come to mind. And then for each point you write, try to understand how this definition impact your life. So if the word is unsafe, what that imply to me? That I never go out from home, for example, that I never leave the country, that I never try to change city even if I don't like the city we live, and so on. When you have a good awareness on this point, then what you can do, you're stepping out. So next time you have a business meeting and you see a person with this golden bracelet, you're gonna come to mind, this person is bad, but then you can step out and say, no, this is definition I give. So you just can listen what this person has to say. And maybe it's there to fraud you, really. You don't know that. Maybe it's there and it's the business opportunity of your life. So do that, and we'll see you next episode. Bye.